Picture this: a man with millions of subscribers standing in a parking lot handing over the keys to a brand new car, or paying for someone's groceries, or giving a random stranger enough money to pay off their debts. Now, is this a YouTube stunt? Or could it be something far older? Something straight out of the pages of the Bible? Today we're asking a wild question. Could MrBeast be the Good Samaritan of our generation? First, let's set the scene for anyone who might be new to the internet, or who still thinks TikTok is the name of a clock shop. MrBeast, real name Jimmy Donaldson, is the biggest YouTuber in the world. As of 2025, he has more subscribers than there are people in Germany. His videos? Over-the-top challenges, wild stunts, and, most famously, jaw-dropping acts of generosity. And when I say generosity, I'm not talking about buying a friend a coffee. I'm talking paying for life-saving surgeries, building wells for communities without clean water, handing strangers $10,000, giving away a private island. Yes, an actual island. But here's the thing, and it's why we're here today. The way MrBeast gives actually echoes some of the most famous teachings of Jesus. Now, before you go running to the comments yelling, "Hold up the divine lens," are you saying MrBeast is a Bible teacher? No, I'm not. But I am saying there are moments where his actions line up so closely with what Jesus taught that it's worth talking about. And here's the big question we'll explore today. If Jesus told the parable of the Good Samaritan in 2025, could MrBeast be the guy in the story? Before we answer that, let's talk about generosity in the Bible. Jesus said in Acts 20:35, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." In Matthew 25, he described how serving the least of these, the hungry, the thirsty, the sick, is like serving him directly. And the Old Testament is full of calls to help the poor, protect widows and orphans, and show kindness to strangers. But here's something interesting. Jesus also warned in Matthew 6:1-4, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. When you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets. But when you give, do it in secret." Which raises a huge question for today's world. If you give publicly, like in a YouTube video, does it still count as generosity in God's eyes? Let's be honest, this is where some Christians get uncomfortable with MrBeast's videos. They say, "But wait, he's filming his giving. Isn't that the opposite of what Jesus said?" It's a fair point, but let's think about it. When Jesus warned about public giving, he was talking about people who only gave to get attention. Pharisees who literally hired trumpet players to announce their charity. With MrBeast, yes, it's public, yes, it's entertaining, but it also inspires millions to give. Kids watching his videos have started charity projects. Viewers have donated because of his influence. In other words, the camera isn't just there to show off. It's also there to spark something bigger. Think of it like this. If someone reads the Good Samaritan story and then goes out and helps a stranger, does it matter that they first heard about it through a story? The impact is still real. Let's retell Jesus' parable in Luke 10:25-37. But imagine it, 2025 style. A man is walking home late at night in the city. He gets mugged, beaten, and left on the sidewalk. His phone is gone, wallet gone, and people pass by. A businessman in a hurry. A popular influencer who's live streaming but doesn't want to ruin the vibe. Then along comes someone unexpected. Maybe in our 2025 remix, it's a YouTuber with a film crew. But instead of just filming for views, they stop. They call an ambulance. They pay the hospital bill. They get him a safe place to stay. That, my friends, is the spirit of the Good Samaritan. And when we see MrBeast paying for surgeries, rescuing people from debt, or giving life-changing gifts to strangers, we see glimpses of that same spirit. You can actually see the joy MrBeast gets from giving. It's written all over his face. And that joy, it's exactly what the Bible talks about. Acts 20:35. It is more blessed to give than to receive. There's a kind of happiness money can't buy. And ironically, it comes from giving money away. Psychologists today even back this up. Studies show giving increases happiness, lowers stress, and boosts your sense of purpose. But Christians knew this long before science caught up, because Jesus said it 2,000 years ago. So here's the big debate. If someone gives publicly and benefits from it, like getting more subscribers, does it cancel out the good? The Bible does talk about God loving a cheerful giver, and it reminds us that God looks at the heart. We can't see inside MrBeast's heart, but we can see the fruit of his actions. People fed, lives saved, wells built. In Philippians 1:18, Paul said something fascinating. Even if people preach Christ for mixed motives, what does it matter? The important thing is that in every way, Christ is preached. Apply that here. Even if giving also boosts his brand, it's still inspiring generosity worldwide. Most of us don't have millions to give away. But that doesn't mean we can't live out biblical generosity. Pay for someone's meal without telling them. Volunteer your time. Send an encouraging message to someone who's struggling. Give anonymously to your church's benevolence fund. Generosity isn't about the size of the gift. It's about the size of the heart behind it. So, could MrBeast be the Good Samaritan of YouTube? That's up for debate. But here's the real takeaway. You don't need millions to make a difference. Whether your platform is a global YouTube channel or just the kitchen table with your family, you can live out Jesus' call to love your neighbor. And maybe, just maybe, you'll inspire someone else to do the same. So I'll leave you with this question. What's one act of generosity you can do this week that nobody sees but God?